Welcome in, folks, to another video, everybody. So, I never thought I'd be doing this, but I decided to do another video of the Staten Island Ferry boat ride. So, it is free. It's pretty much free. Okay, we're about to get on the boat. It's here. So, we're heading towards the boat right now. So, I'll talk and walk at the same time. So here's the Staten Island Ferry. So I gotta be careful because they're playing music over there. This is this is one of the most busiest boats in New York. The Staten Island Ferry is one of the most busiest boat rides in New York City. And I'm gonna say this though, if you're coming to the New York City area, if you're coming to New York, and if you're looking for any boat rides and you don't feel like spending a whole bunch of money, now I'm gonna say this: there's two boat rides I would recommend. The NYC ferry is like about maybe $4 and some change each way, and then the Staten Island ferry. But the Staten Island ferry I would say, is much better than the NYC ferry because it's free. Yes, it does carry a lot of people, but it's free. That's the thing. And I wish I could live stream more on the NYC ferry, but fortunately I can't because my internet gets really bad in the middle of the boat ride, and then it goes out in the middle of the boat ride. So that's why I can't stream more often. Maybe in the future I'll stream more often when I get better connection along this boat ride, but fortunately I can't. But it is what it is. So only live stream I could actually pull off on here is on Streamlabs, but sometimes Streamlabs be a bit buggy, but it's good. I'm glad I have it, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to pull this off at all. Probably not even on YouTube app. But here we go. We're gonna go to the boat ride. It's pretty crowded here. We'll do a nice round trip here along the NYC ferry. Beautiful day for a boat ride. And there's Governor's Island. I think one day we'll go to Governor's Island, and I'll do a video or a live stream over in Governor's Island. I feel like I should do that soon, because I have yet to go over there. I've never been to Governor's Island. That's one thing out of all my years of living in New York City, been in New York City my whole life. The one place I have yet to go to is Governor's Island. I went to Cass Deli, but I didn't go to Governor's Island. So how beautiful this boat is. So effing crowded, man. That's just the only thing I hate about this boat ride, is that it gets so effing crowded sometimes. But it doesn't it doesn't stay crowded, so that's the great thing about it. This boat ride never really stays crowded. It only gets crowded sometimes. It all depends on how many people is coming. Well, this is like the summertime, so compared to winter time, this boat ride will be 3 times more crowded than it probably normally is during the winter, probably. And here we go. Try to autofocus this so we can. Yeah, I'm gonna autofocus this so we can keep the video nice and clear, stable. While I'm recording and premiering this, so I don't have to worry about signal. But here we go. Look at this.
Welcome aboard the Staten Island Ferry. The ferry is preparing this morning. Please stay calm and pay attention to the following safety announcements. If you are needed assistance,
Here we go. All aboard Staten Island. Or in Patrick and Y's case, Square Island. Oh yeah, I put the stabilization in standard because I don't have my gimbal on me, so I'm recording this in my hands, so stabilization should be pretty good, should be more stable. Alright, we're leaving, folks. We're leaving the Square Island. Where all the Patrick and Y square heads is at. Where all his little square minions at. Alright, here we go. Whoa, yo, this boat is rocky. But I like this boat ride. This boat ride is awesome. Alright, here we go. We'll go over here. Can't even see good. It's crowded here. Oh, I forgot to do this. Hey man, hold on. Man, I'm using the prism out to record this. Okay, I think we'll go downstairs because this is getting too packed here. I can't even get a good shot of all the people there. Hey, we'll go on this side. This side's less crowded. Let's see if we can get a good angle here. Oh, and there goes the NYC Ferry. There it is. There goes the NYC Ferry. Bay Ridge or the Rockaways. Either way. And then over there is Governor's Island. Let's walk around, folks. Let's walk around. I think that's one thing that didn't do last time. All this, folks. Walk around, get a feel of the NYC ferry. It's really, really nice here. It's a good boat ride. As I was saying in the beginning, it's pretty much free, and you can ride this from Manhattan to Staten Island, and you can ride it from Staten Island to Manhattan. So you can pretty much, you'll get a lot of great views by riding this ferry. I know a lot of Staten Island residents ride this ferry, especially when they have to come into Manhattan for work. So. You know, a lot of people that live in Staten Island really rely on this boat ride, because, like, let's just be honest though, like, if you need to come to Manhattan, you gotta take the ferry. If you want to go to Brooklyn, you gotta take the 79 bus, the select bus. You gotta take a bus going into Brooklyn if you're gonna come to Brooklyn. So, but this ferry right here gets a lot of attention. You'll get a lot of great views here. See the skylines. You can see Governor's Island from here. If you take it on a really nice day, like today, you'll get a lot of good views. You can get some high-def views of between Staten Island and Brooklyn. You get some great views of Governor's Island. And then in Brooklyn, and if you're on, this is on the left-hand side of the boat, but if you're on the right-hand side of the boat, you'll see Liberty Island. Get a view of Liberty Island, and you'll get a view of New Jersey and a view of Liberty State Park, just a little bit. But we don't get that close to Liberty State Park, but at least you can see it. So, here goes another boat right here. Staten Island Ferry, nice and high there. There it is, Staten Island Ferry. And the Staten Island Ferry is owned by the Department of Transportation. We'll keep going here. I think we'll go to the lower level. I don't feel safe recording by the window, especially if it's that wide open, because somebody can bump into me and I could fall and I could lose my phone and it'll go right into the water and I can't get it back. So, but here's the view of Manhattan, which we're gonna come right back into at the end of this video, or we're gonna check it out. And honestly, this is the only boat ride that's pretty much free out of all the boat rides in New York City. Out of all the boat rides in New York City, this is pretty much the only free boat ride that I know of, put it that way. I'm not sure if there are other boat rides that are free, but this is the only one that's free in New York City. And you don't have to pay anything, which is great. So if you are thinking about taking a nice boat ride along New York City, I personally recommend the Staten Island Ferry because you won't get charged for it, which is really great. You don't have to pay a dime to ride this boat, and plus you can take as many rides as you possibly can. So if you want to do it 3 times, you can. If you want to do it 4 times, if you want to do it 10 times, you can. It's free. F it. Get on this boat as many times as you want. Yeah, definitely take advantage. I think I'm gonna go on a lower level once the boat docks, so I can get off of here faster. It's gonna get crowded. So let's go here. Oh, what's up? Right here. Wow, we're going by so quick. Wow. Alright, let's continue this. Charging my phone while I'm recording this video here. It's probably not a bad idea because my battery is going to die while I'm recording this. It's going to drain while I'm recording this video. But here it is, Staten Island. How come there is no train to Staten Island, or how come you can't? How come there's no? How come you can't take the train to Staten Island from Manhattan? Because none of the trains that run in Manhattan run to Staten Island. So you have to take a boat to come here. It's about a 25-minute boat ride. It's not too bad, but I feel like they could add a subway from Brooklyn to Staten Island. Any train that goes, if it goes to South Brooklyn, it would have to be from South Brooklyn to Staten Island, because Brooklyn is more closer to Staten Island than Manhattan or any other borough. So if you live in South Brooklyn, then you're about about a good 10 minutes away from Staten Island. If you're in South Brooklyn. What I mean by South Brooklyn, places like Bay Ridge, Coney Island. If you live in Bay Ridge, you're the closest to Staten Island in Brooklyn. So and Staten Island is also the furthest borough also as well. Or if you live in New Jersey, like if you live in Bayonne or something like that, then you're super close to Staten Island as well. Pretty much. If you live in them areas like Bay Ridge, Bayonne, Jersey, then you're the closest to Staten Island. I'm sorry if the microphone I'm sorry if the mic might be a little muffled, but it's the wind. Almost there. Square Island, here we come. Woohoo! Staten Island is kind of suburban. It's more suburban. It doesn't feel nowhere near like Manhattan. If you are a suburban person, like if you're a suburban person, then Staten Island. If you're from the suburbs, if you're a suburban person, and you're looking for a place to visit that feels more suburban, I recommend Staten Island. Wow, this boat is fast. Wow. There goes Staten Island. You can pretty much do this for free. Free boat ride. Free 25-minute boat ride. And if you want to do an hour on here, then you can just do a round trip. So if you added 24, it's close to an hour. But not too bad. And there goes St. George. There it is. We got St. George over there. St. George, Staten Island. upstairs so I can get back on this boat and head back to Manhattan. With the freaking music, man. Because I hear music in the background. Hope YouTube doesn't pick it up. Alright, here we go. We gotta rush back upstairs. Wait. No, I can't go upstairs. Damn. Oh, wait, I gotta go the other way. Excuse me. Okay, we gotta rush back on upstairs so we can get back on the boat. Don't worry, folks, video's still going. Alright. We're gonna come on back on here. All these people. Ooh. Busy boat. So we gotta get back on the NYC ferry. It's about to leave pretty soon. All right, everybody, all aboard, folks. We're about to head to the Staten Island Ferry, everybody. So we're going back to Manhattan, everybody. Oh, there goes the other side. Okay, here we go. Back to Manhattan we go. Back to Manhattan, here we go. We're leaving Square Island, everybody. Leaving Staten Island. About to head on to back to the Staten Island Ferry. Oh, I see another one coming over there. I'm busy moving, so I can't point to it. Actually, wait, yeah. There it is. It's another boat pulling in to the St. George Ferry. Pretty noisy here. Go. Let's do like we did last time. We'll go to the upper part and then we'll climb down to the lower part. This is pretty much the same boat that we was on last time. We gotta wait for everybody to finish boarding and then they can take off. How beautiful the sky is. Nice and beautiful. Getting ready to board. Well, they'll make an announcement once the boat is getting ready to leave. Oh yeah, there goes another boat. This is what I was talking about earlier. Here's the boat that's about to pull in. We got a second boat. It was about to be rush hour soon, so the boat will be leaving every 20 minutes. I think until at least 6:30 or 7 p.m. Until at least p.m. rush hour is done. I think rush hour ends around 7 p.m. So that's when it stops. That's when it goes back to running every half hour. Oh yeah, during rush hours it runs every 20 minutes. So you'll save yourself about 10 minutes, 10-minute extra wait if you take the NYC ferry during rush hours compared to any other time. Look how beautiful that boat is. Around the boat again and explore. Show you guys the boat here. Let's go this way. Let's keep it moving because they got music playing over there. I know that side is going to be crowded. Oh boy, it is. Because I guess everybody's trying to see the Statue of Liberty. How awesome this is. You can see, and from here you can see Staten Island. All right, folks, we're about to leave.
Welcome aboard the Staten Island Ferry. The ferry is preparing to depart. Please take a moment and pay attention to the following safety announcements. If you are in need of assistance, please contact one of the crew members that are on station while the ferry is in operation. Please familiarize yourself with placards containing crew member station locations and other safety-related information posted throughout the ferry. Stay off all stairways and landings while the ferry is approaching the terminal and docking. There are life jacket storage areas as well as donning instructions plainly posted and located throughout the ferry in case use is required. In case of emergency, you will receive instructions from the public address system or by crew members directing your actions. At no time are you allowed to leave any personal belongings unattended on the ferry. Thank you for riding on the Staten Island Ferry.
Alrighty, we're now boarding. Just doing a nice little walk around. Too. I think that's the last time I did not do when I was when I last did a video last year. We didn't get the inside of the Staten Island Ferry, but we're gonna do that. So we'll just move around a bit. The boat's a bit shaky, but it's alright. It's a little bit crowded here, but I think we can manage this a bit. Let's keep going here. Let's get a view from here. Officially leaving Staten Island. Oh, there goes the seagulls. There they are. Go right here. I'll charge my phone while I'm doing this video. Like coming here. This is super relaxing though, it really is. Get the back of the boat here. boat right there. Got this whole back area to myself. Well, everybody's in the front, so this is like the back area. You can see the seagulls flying there. And then this is the bottom part. Wow, the bottom is empty. Wow. The bottom of the boat ride is empty. It's pretty much empty down here. That is fantastic. And then, oh, there it is. Try to go over here really quickly. I want to show you guys something. Wait, did I miss it? No, I didn't miss it. Here it is. Here is Liberty Island. Look at that. So there's Liberty Island. You can see the Statue of Liberty, Liberty Island. It's closer to New Jersey, but that's like another view you'll get here. You can see New Jersey on your left-hand side. Definitely see it there. New Jersey. So there goes New Jersey right there. almost in Manhattan, folks. Almost there. Check out this incredible view of the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. Pretty awesome. Pretty much done with this boat ride. Pretty much done with this round trip.
Hey, watch your step.
Alright. This was a great boat ride. This is pretty good. Alright, we're back in Manhattan. Here we go. That was a good boat ride. It was fantastic. Can't go wrong with the NYC Ferry. Guys, comment down your favorite part. Comment down your favorite part of this video if you enjoyed it. What did you like about this video of the Staten Island boat ride? And like I said in the beginning, if you're looking for some good boat rides here in Staten Island, if you're looking for some free boat rides here, Staten Island is the place for that. So you don't have to pay a dime. See, here's the Staten Island Ferry. Hold on. Right now, still a lot of people coming out. Here we go. Staten Island Ferry. And the great thing about this boat ride is that it's free. It's pretty much free. Let me get away because of the music. It's pretty much free. And you don't even have to pay a dime or anything. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't got to pay for no trips, no nothing. It's pretty much free. And you get to take as much trips as you like on there. You could take 2 trips, you could take 3 trips, as much trips as you like. It don't matter how many trips you take, it's free. That's the great thing about the Staten Island Ferry. All the other boat rides are free. You're pretty much coming out of pocket for a boat ride, besides the Staten Island Ferry. If you never rode it before, I suggest giving it a try. It's definitely worth it if you're coming to visit New York. If you're coming to visit New York soon, I recommend the Staten Island Ferry. Most people take it to go to Staten Island, but if you're looking to go to Staten Island for free, take the Staten Island Ferry. Or if you just wanna do a boat ride, if you just wanna ride the boat for fun, if you want a fun boat ride for free, you could also use the Staten Island Ferry. It's good for that. Makes it pretty convenient too, and it really commutes a lot of people from Manhattan to Staten Island. Now, Staten Island don't have people like that, not like Manhattan. Doesn't have a lot of people. So, and it's not really much transportation options out there like Manhattan. So most people would prefer Manhattan. So, but anyways, folks, we're gonna wrap up this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Let me put on my thank you sign. But thank you for being here, folks. Just doing for a low. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to do these things here. Like, comment, subscribe, share, everybody. And thank you all for being here. Anyways, you guys, have a good one, and see you guys in my next video. Bye bye, folks. Have a good one. Take care.